A short update on the energies. June 29, 2014. Here we are again, ready and eager to impart another message into your being. For here you all stand, ready and poised to take this whole operation to a very new level. For you have all been anointed, dear ones, as is only right, for you are indeed the bringers of the dawn and the keepers of the light, and now you are all set to set this world fully ablaze with your very presence in this human body and with your very presence in every corner of this globe. For as you move about, the light is literally following in your footsteps, and as you move about, you are setting off a veritable firestorm of ignitions behind you. And this goes for the entirety of your journey in this mortal coil, as the saying goes. For this is indeed a multi-level event, and this encompasses so much more than your current geolocation and your current timeline. For through this, a whole new spectrum of vibrational fields will once again see the light, in every sense of the word. For you are the primers, dear ones, and you have been so for every single incarnation you have had on these shores, and so, what you have laid the foundation for so patiently with every single one of your sojourns here will now finally come into fruition. For the foundation you have built by adding step by step, layer after layer through every single revisit to this planet will now raise up as a magnificent structure of light that truly spans this entire globe and beyond. For as you have moved about from here to there, from birth to death, time after time, you have deposited seeds into the very ground you have stepped upon, and in turn Mother Earth has deposited her seeds into your DNA. And together these seeds have been lying dormant but armed, if you will, waiting patiently for that day when the signal to begin that final transformation from seed to manifestation would be given. And now, dear ones, you can hear the beckoning call coming through, and it has already started off so much growth in so many of you, and in so many of all of those scattered seeds that have been there all along, waiting for the right conditions to literally start to raise their heads from the deep shadows and begin to stretch themselves all the way into the light and then some. For you are the seeders, the ones who have been traveling far and wide for lifetime after lifetime, and as you came back again and again, you brought with you a brand new batch of fertile pods to be scattered in a brand new location, each one of them carrying your unique imprint, each one of them waiting for their turn to start to become. And now, like a slow-motion explosion, or implosion if you will, all of these pods will begin to blow open and reveal their wondrous content, and from that day on, this planet will never again be considered as barren ground. For what has been kept safely tucked away in the very bosom of your Mother Earth and within your own DNA will now begin to take their first voyage out into the open, safe in the knowledge that what they bring with them will be received with open arms and open hearts by the human race as a collective. And even if there are individuals still trampling hard on the ground here and there, doing their best to quench as many of these seedlings as they possibly can underfoot, they will not succeed, for they will merely ensure that the energy they try to suppress will simply multiply in another part of this heavenly grid that you have helped to superimpose onto this very earth that you tread upon. So rejoice, we say, as we do, for you have made the light return, and through that, you have ensured that life as you want to see it will once more return to this planet, in full force. And we do mean that in every sense of the word, for this will be like unleashing a veritable maelstrom of enlightened energy, such a vital and rambunctious source of life, no man or no force can stand in its way. And as it joyfully starts to breach every single embankment trying its best to control its flow, all you have to do, is to step back and allow this jubilant show of light, life and love take its course, even if it means that you will be pulled along head over heels by it from time to time. Remember, we have discussed the beneficial effects of chaos before, and now chaos will in many ways be the best description of what all of this newly hatched life will set into motion. For this wondrous light has been held still for such a long time, it needs to be given free reins in order to achieve what it has come here to accomplish. Remember, what falls apart because of the jubilant onrush of this flood of light is meant to fall apart, so anyone still trying to cling on to any old and rigid structures, whether they be a belief or something more tangible, will be apt to feel almost pulled apart by the conflicting forces that this will result in. So do your best to let go of any and all idea of controlling this chaotic outburst of vibrant and life-filled light, and let it carry you on its back all the way, even if that means you will be carried far, far beyond any of your familiar landmarks, both within and without, and know that no matter where this flood of light will take you, it will be to the exact space you are meant to be. For you will be pulled along until you are once again precisely aligned with those old imprints that you have been putting into place a long time ago, when you first entered this sphere carrying with you those very first batches of fertile seeds. And as you deposited them inside that safe vault of Mother Earth, you also embedded vital information, an anchorage if you will, for future reference, and now, that future has become the moment of truth, the moment of now. So stay centered and stay loose, and let go of any and all expectations as to the trajectory, the speed and even the impact this journey of yours will have. Not just on you as a person, but on this whole planet of yours. For nothing you do by this stage is simply for your personal enlightenment, it is for all. Not just on this planet, but beyond. And so, on behalf of all of creation, we thank you from the very center of our beings for the wondrous work you have already accomplished, but most of all, we thank you for what you are about to set into motion. Finally, the moment is here, the chance to see every single one of this multitude of seeds that you have so diligently planted into the very surface of this planet come into life, one by one, in a glorious display of light and colors, and in a wondrous display of unchecked joy that will make the very fabric of your universe tremble in anticipation and agreement. The Constant Companions. Channeled by Asia North. asianorth.wordpress.com